Welcome in, everybody. I know we took a short little break there, but welcome in. Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined here. We have a new face here today with us. We have H. Penny. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you
Finally
doing?
returning from my hiatus. Hi.
Yeah. We have Izzy is still sticking around with us right now, being our little sideline caster right now, doing just some
Hi guys.
analysis for us mostly. Welcome in. And last but very not least, our very special, our wonderful, amazing, and beautiful Trod on camera. All hail Trod, everyone. All hail Trod. But anyways, we got a good match here for y'all right now. We have the number, let me check real quick, number 32 Nexus against the number 33 Conch Goblins going head to head here. And for rosters, we have Blaze Much 16, KC 8921, Retro, and Jolo here for Nexus. And then for Goblins, we have Slug It Out, Pavik, Pink Can, and Fearless. It's Fearless is also here for the team. But anyways, it looks like both teams are here. I'm personally excited to see both these teams. My team got to play both of these teams last week, and we're open to see good things from both these teams as they now go head to head. But you got anything so far in this match, H Penny?
I don't have anything too much. I know we're having a little end of the season here, as this is confirm with me, please. This is our last weekend before finals weekend. Is that correct?
Yep, finals is next weekend, so stay tuned for that.
Be there or be square. As the
Be there or
16th.
Be there or be square.
17th, I believe. Or be square. Or be a disc. I don't know. That's how.
Be a rhombus, some sort of shape, because you're missing out for finals. But anyways, I personally am going to be adjusting my work schedule so I can be here for finals because I'm not missing out.
Absolutely. Yes. Regardless, yes, we have our little matchup between Conch Goblins and Nexus here. So yeah, just waiting on those ready ups, of course. But
yeah,
I think now, but yeah,
I think Izzy actually used to play on a team with Conch Goblins, even though they were named something else at the time. But
Izzy, Umbra.
No, y'all
Nocturne,
played
my bad.
How many weeks ago was it? It was like back during like week 10 or something like that. Y'all were still together.
Yeah.
But anyways, both teams are readied up, and here we go for the neutral joust here. Will it be Conch Goblins or will it be Nexus to take this win away? I'm pretty sure this is both these teams' final game of the season. It's going to be Pavik able to pick this disc up here. Very slow start to this match. It'll be Blaze Much with disc now on floor. Maybe looking for a pass to one of his teammates here. He's going to start scooting around on floor, looking for that cross pass on the wall up to Jolo now. Jolo with disc, fearing Thug It Out, throws it down to Blaze Much. Nice pass there from Jolo. Pretty little pass there to Blaze Much as he starts to work towards Bubble. Trying to avoid defenders. KC able to get that shield up and catch that disc and put it in for 2 to start this game off right for Nexus.
That is good passes from Nexus there. As you can tell, it's a lot slower than these higher up games, but they're still doing good.
it is indeed, and we're gonna see how Conch Goblins gets their joust out now. Going for a little fake out there, trying to wait for those stacks to come in from Nexus. Nexus is going to push forward a little bit. We have Thug It Out, Conch Goblins pushing that forward again a little now. Just a little back and forth. They know they have time, and they're going to take it slowly. Try to draw out the pressure from Nexus, of course. It's Fearless moving forward. The pressure incoming from Retro, drawing one of their players out. It's going to bounce around a bit. Thug It in with an open bubble, though. Does not quite make it, though. Blaze tried to go for that pressure out, but left the goal open in the process. Happened to work out in their favor, though. And Blaze does have a chance here. Pretty hard pressure and that goalie coming in though, but it's going to be a one-on-one. It's Fearless. Does not protect that from happening. That is another 2 points up for Nexus. 4-0.
That is good there from Nexus, getting that early lead there. Conch Goblins had a chance there, just happened to miss that cross pocket, but it's looking good so far for Nexus.
Yeah, it seems like so far this less aggressive defensive 2v2 strategy that's here for Nexus here has actually worked out pretty good for them so far. Pavik looking for a pass, gets a self pass off into the hands of Thug It Out eventually. They're going to work up to that right station. Going to elect to reset it back to Fearless. Fearless now quickly passing that one up to left Pac-Man into the hands of Pavik as he starts working towards Bubble. He's going to go. He's just going to walk it in for 2 to show life that Conch Goblins are here and they are here to play.
Yeah, good passes there. Finally seeing life out of them. Good passes from Conch Goblins there to cut it to a 1 gold goalie lead.
And the goalies, indeed, are not quite any match for them. But now this is now Nexus's time to shine. BlazMuch going to hold on to that. Holding on. Again, doing the same thing, trying to draw out that pressure a little bit. They do have the lead right now. They have the time. Either way, they have to make sure to try to get that pressure out. And they know they have those stacks to come in. Those stacks are going to come in hot. KC maybe not getting the communication. Tries to get out, and tries to just clear it out of their hands so it doesn't get stolen. But sends it straight into the hands of Pink Can. Pink Can now trying to get that clear out. Or I think that was actually more of a pass to Thug It Out. Excuse me. Thug It Out gets the steal from KC, who had stole it from them. Now sending it off into the Nexus zone. Is Fearless with the open shot. Tries to get in. Almost bounces back in, actually, after the near miss. Does not quite happen. Does bounce back into Pavik's hands. Pavik getting some pressure in from KC. Passing it over. Crossover to Thug It Out. But BlazMuch with the save. That is a straight clear out into the Conch Goblin zone. Gonna bounce around. Almost bouncing past their goal, actually. Now into Pavik's hands. Pavik holding onto that pressure coming in from KC. Just the small little stun passing by. More stacks coming in. That is the entire player base of Nexus right there. Now coming in. Have these stacks trying to go for that. Get Conch Goblins. Ends up grabbing that disc. Gonna bounce around in their zone there. It's Fearless. Grabs that. Trying to get it. Trying to maybe get passes or clears. Not entirely organized, but they are at least just trying to get the disc outside of their zone, I think, is their main goal right now. BlazMuch holding onto that, though, does not work out in the favor of Conch Goblins as they have these cross passes. The goalie stun, trying to go off the backboard, does not happen. BlazMuch gets it again. Cannot make it happen. That is so unfortunate for them. Retro gets that, but Thug It Out is there to steal it, and that is finally clear into the Nexus zone.
Bouncing in there, but Jolo gonna be able to get this disc now, throwing it down to that left trap area. Not really to anybody, but somebody's ought to get there at some point. Will be picked up, however, by Pink Can before getting stunned out. Good little reset back to Thug It Out, and he'll pass it up to Pavik there on Cloud. Pavik gonna throw this one into Bubble into the hands of Fearless. He'll Thug It Out. A good headbutt there from Jolo to prevent that score. Will be KC able to get that stun and steal. KC gonna start walking this one up. Does get it out through tunnel. And it looks like Thug It Out's going to pick this one up as he starts to just move around floor a little bit. Maybe just trying to pull that stack, trying to get a pass off to his teammates. It's going to bounce a little awkward there before KC is able to pick this one up. KC going to pass up to Jolo. And Jolo with the 3.
Lovely stuff, and we know those 3s are infinitely important. Gonna see how Conch Goblins tries to take this one. We do see them, both teams kind of, I think at times, especially during their joust, definitely taking this a little, trying to take it a bit slower, try to draw out the pressure, but I do think the panic is certainly setting in at some points, maybe trying to get some senseless clears with maybe not an exact pass in mind, and that can really be detrimental at times with those turnovers, but we'll see how Conch Goblins rolls us out. So I think they try to get the pass over to Thug It Out. Does not happen though, bounces off of the floor, is now in Jolo's hands. Nexus with a clear possession here. Tries to get the pass down to KC. Another turnover. That is in its Fearless hands. Tries to get the pass up to Pink Can, but it bounces off the roof there. Pass over to Thug It Out. Thug It Out has a clear chance here, going one-on-one with BlazMuch, and it is another 2 points for them. Now 4-7 with Conch Goblins taking another 2 points up for them.
Good movement there at the end for Conch Goblins. Missing a couple passes in the beginning there, but managed to turn it over to turn it into 2 points.
Yeah, just both teams here just seem like they're a little panicky right now with their throws, like especially with those slaps on possession changes, trying to get it off to a teammate quickly after a steal. Not the most ideal situation, but they are trying to turn things around here as it will be stolen here by, I believe that was Retro, but almost a shot going in there from Pavik, just missing off on that open goal. KC gonna pass this one off to that middle double diamond into the hands of Jolo. And Jolo just looking for a shot there, almost getting it before that #1 defender shield comes in and gives the disc right back to Jolo. Jolo working towards Bubble, pass to KC, and KC for the bottom bounce off the ring to get 2 to take the lead up to 5.
Good shot there by KC. Got the lucky bounce off there. Conch Goblins not doing so good in goal right now.
Yeah, I think Nexus's offense is pulling ahead of their defense against Conch Goblin's goal right now a little bit. We'll see how Conch Goblin's offense holds up right now, though. See if they can maybe get those passes a bit quicker this time as their time ticks down. Thug it out, holding onto that disc, tries to get the clear out into the bubble. No pass to collect maybe, though. It's Fearless in the stack, though, tries to get over. Gets it down to the floor to Pink Can, but Blazemuch is there, but is stunned. Originally gets the save, but that is a 2-point slam dunk with no one to stop them. Conch Goblins getting another 2 points up for them, bringing that lead down to just 3-point deficit.
Yeah, Conch Goblin's starting to show a little bit of life here, getting some points in with 2:20 left on the clock.
Yep, and it will be Blazemuch here with disc, gonna throw it down to left tunnel. Will not get into the hands of KC, but will be grabbed up here by Fearless, throwing it into that bubble. Gonna bounce a little weird there, but will be picked up by Pavik. Pavik looking to pass out to Pink Can, and Pink Can for 2 to cut it down to a 1-point lead here with just under 2 minutes to go here in round 1.
Conch Goblin showing a lot of life now, cutting that lead to 1, but there is a minute left on the, about roughly a minute left on the clock. Let's see if they can come back.
Actually, I think a little bit closer to a minute and a half. Nexus does have a chance, and they do still have the lead here. I'm certain they're going to want to try to hold on to that. Those points really matter at this stage as they are nearly tied, but that is a turnover to Conch Goblins. Nexus may have to try to be careful to see if they can intercept this and find any inefficiencies here. Conch Goblins holding on to that, still holding it in Pavik's hands. Thug it out now with that. Got maybe some defenders coming to bubble a bit. Thug it out, trying to juke out KC here, bringing it back a bit, trying to find where those passes can connect. Tries to pass over to Is Fearless, bounces around a bit, doesn't quite make it, but does originally get it. Thug it out, gets it, sending it in for 2. That is now 1 point. Now Conch Goblins finally in the lead for the first time this round. 1 minute left for Nexus to try to take this back if they'd like.
That was a good pass there from Fearless to thug it out. They'll put it into 2 to actually take the lead.
Yeah, we'll see if Nexus will be able to score here or if Conch Goblins will close it out. It'll be Blazemuch with disc, looking for almost a beautiful 0-angle 3 there before getting denied. But it will be grabbed here. Looks like everybody's racing for disc before somebody's able to grab it. Not quite able to clear it, though. KC with disc, passing up into the bubble. Under 30 seconds to go here. Who will take it away here? It will be Thug It Out with disc. Gets stunned out, however, by Blazemuch. Blazemuch looking to grab disc now on floor. Maybe looking to pass. Will pass into the hands of KC to score to close out round 1.
That's a very good round run there for Nexus. Conch Goblins had a DC there up and towards the ends, and I think that's what got them so they could get the points there to take round 1. But
yeah,
that was a good round 1 for both teams here. Need to work on the passing a little bit. Conch Goblins missing a couple passes here, but other than that, both teams looking pretty good as we go into round 2.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So far, the let me do a visual demonstration of stuff I really don't like seeing from players. When you're playing, you need to have your arms extended when you play. But whenever you're sitting like this with your arms to your side, you're not able to reach out. You're not able to pop or like rotate your arm like you need to whenever you play. I don't know. I'm kind of weird about that. Being able to have that full arm movement while you're like floating is amazing. What's up, Seven? How you doing? I'm not gonna punch the Dr. Pepper Trot, I promise. But yeah, mostly just need to see just slightly game sense issues here on the ends of both teams so far. Missed passes, but in lower ranked, for lower ranked teams, it's a lot less costly to make mistakes, but at the same time, try to limit those mistakes as much as possible to see success here as we enter round 2. Take it away from me, H-Benny.
Absolutely. And yeah, just to lead on that a little bit, yeah. The thing about mistake, yeah, because once you get to the higher levels, mistakes become a thing where a mistake will turn into a point for the other team. And we're also, I'll get back to that. Conch Goblins taking the joust. Just try to hold on to it, it's bouncing around a little bit. Blaze tries to get it, but Pavek ends up returning that. KC with a save, preventing that early 2 from happening. It's still going to say in the Nexus side, though, that's not clear. Retro desperately trying to get the clear out. Does end up getting in the Goblin side. Blaze much coming in from the stack. Hard pass down to Jolo. Jolo moving in. Tries to get off the backboard, but the angle is not quite right. Tries to get around those goalies through that way. Did almost work, but it's going to be a clear out once again. Goblins moving that out. Pavek has the open shot for a 3. No stacks from Nexus in time. Early lead.
Very good there from Conk Goblins. That was a good save from Nexus, but it just didn't happen to turn out their way.
Yeah, and we will see the first offensive possession here for Nexus here. It will be Blaze Much with disc, but here coming into this round, it's mostly limiting mistakes like that one right there, where Fearless able to get that pick off right there. The 2-2 strategy on defense has been working really well here until that nice little steal there from Blaze Much. Blaze Much absolutely vital with those hands right now. Amazing passes from Blaze Much and good steals. It'll be Pavik able to get that stun off on Retro. Looks like he's trying to avoid Blaze Much, do a little bit of juking, gets it off into the hands of Pink Can. Pink Can now working towards that bubble, gonna throw it down floor, maybe looking for a bounce here. Not really any general direction for where that disc is going until it gets picked up there by Thug It Out. Thug It Out on wall now. Gonna start working towards that bubble, going for a cross pass to Pink Can, just off to the right before getting grabbed up by Pavik, and Pavik putting it in for 2 to give him a 5-point lead for Conch Goblins.
That's a really good shot from Pavik there for Conch Goblins to give it a 5-0 lead. Looks like we could have a potential round 3, but there is still time on the clock to tell.
Will certainly tell. We'll see if Nexus handles this joust a bit differently. Blaze once again taking it a bit slow, weighing in for that. Gets the stun on the stack. That is quite beneficial. Will take them out of the game if they can move quickly. Not entirely quickly though. KC holding on to that. The stacks from Conch Goblins are starting to come in. Tries to get the pass over, but intercepted by Pink Can. Is going to stand around that middle valley for a minute. Pink Can gets that. Tries to get the clear out, but does not quite have the correct angle. They still have their stack together. Retro tries to move in with the pressure, but not quite. Jolo intercepts that, though, taking it out the bubble, going in for the clear. But the stacks for Conch Goblins are on that. No one from Nexus is there to take that pass, except they have the stacks ready and the stuns ready. I could have done a better pun there. Disappointing, but it doesn't matter because there's 2 points coming in from KC, getting the first points of this round from Nexus. I'm disappointed in myself.
Nexus with a good 2 there to show some life and maybe bring it back to shut this round out here.
Yeah, still plenty of time for both teams here. We got Conch Goblins with disc, looking to expand their lead here potentially. Thug It Out gonna cross pass this one over to Pavik now. He's gonna work his way towards bubble uncontested currently. Looking for defenders. He's going to pass out and cross over to Pink Can. Pink Can on roof, being approached by Blaze Much, trying to avoid that defender, just elects to reset. And that's something big here that we need to see more of from both teams is resets. Resets are purposeful. They are amazing. You will never be happier until you start hitting resets. But it will be to Thug It Out in bubble. Thug It Out going to try and go for the cut pass, but a little far off there. Jello is able to pick it up and pass it to Retro. And Retro able to clear this one all the way out onto this bubble of Conch Goblins. And Jolo just going to walk that one in to make it a 1-point deficit here.
Looks like Nexus is going to try to get the lead. I would have went for a 3 there, but Nexus, I guess, is going to go for the lead here.
Okay. We'll see how Conch Goblins take this. I will say, I'm going to be a little judgy. Not judgy, but I will say, I'm going to judge. I'm in the caster's booth. I'm allowed to. I wish there was less clears. I think there's a lot of opportunities where they could hold and wait for a pass, and they get a bit panicky and clear. That's coming. We're seeing a bit that on both sides. That's not what's happening right now, though, because that is an open shot. Slam dunk coming from Conch Goblins. Where was Nexus on that one? That's 2 points up for Conch Goblins, taking that deficit right back to 3.
Thug It Out, turn it into Prime Ant-Man there for the dunk on their goalie.
Yep, just able to walk that one in and make it a 3-point lead. And we will have Blaze Much throw this one up to Jolo closer to roof this time. Going to pass over to KC. Will not connect. And these are those mistakes I was talking about earlier. But Thug It Out able to walk away with this disc. Looking for the shot. It will be off to the right just by a little bit. Fearless looking for the bounce shot, however, goes in and gets it to get them up by 5.
Great shot from Fearless there. Just a beautiful bounce off that backboard to take the lead.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a. I think the theme of this round is Conch Goblins being a little bit more aggressive. I think, and is the opposite from last round. I think a little bit. Nexus maybe not being as strong on the goal in this one, but we do see some pressure coming in from them. Jolo has that, gonna get the sly pass over to KC. Some pressure coming in. That is gonna be a sly steal. Is Thug It Out gonna go for the half court? He is, but it's not quite gonna happen. Does bounce around a bit. Who Stack is going to get to it first? KC got the one-man pressure coming in from Pavik. Gets the pass over to Jolo. Jolo holding on to that. Gets the little cross over to KC, moving it over to Retro. Retro lets it loose, sends it straight into the bubble, but Conch Goblins is already there to make sure that's not going to work out. Thug It Out, holding on that disc, waiting to see where he can make it. Tries to get the clear out to the right tunnel, it looks like. Doesn't quite happen, though. Interception from Jolo as they try to get that out once again. It's going to bounce around, maybe trying to go for the bubble that way, but they have their goal and their bubble defended. Pink Can gets that, sends it over. Still not a clear, though. Jolo gets that once again, just hanging around the middle area. Blaze Much moving in, trying to go for this one more time. Gets the crossover. Jolo in, slam dunk for 2, bringing that deficit down one more time.
Another good dunk there, looking like Prime Braun. Great disc movement. Jolo sitting on the back there really helped with stopping the clears.
Yeah, just mostly so far here, the issue's just really been panicking and just trying to clear on both sides. Slow it down a little bit. Look for a pass or a reset rather than just trying to clear it. But almost a bad loss there until that pass able to get off. But stolen, however, by KC. KC with disc now. KC just going to start walking it up. KC passing it off to Blaze Much. Blaze Much to Jolo. And Jolo marching that one in to make it a 1-point game yet again.
Looks like Nexus has really started to turn things around here, trying to come back to put a nail in the coffin and tell this Conch Goblins team, no, you do not have this round.
Indeed, it's getting really close again, just like we were in round 1 here. It's Fearless gonna have that giddy pass, long pass over to Thug It Out, but Blaze Much is sitting there ready to make sure that won't happen. Gets the move over up to Retro. Retro is pinned to the wall. Pavek gets that, sends it out to the bubble. It's gonna bounce in from the half court. 3 points up from Conch Goblins. Was it lucky or is it always calculated?
Really lucky shot there from Pavik. Should not have went in the top pocket. That is just bad on Nexus's part for not having a stack back.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a little detrimental here for both teams. Going for a headbutt, actually. You're changing up the strategy a little bit, but it will end up in the hands of Thug It Out. Thug It Out with disc now. Gonna throw this one down, and they're gonna actually dribble to it, which is a different approach here that I've seen so far in this match. It will be Pink Can with disc. Gets stunned out, but Thug It Out able to grab this one, and it looks like he's gonna go and try and walk this in. He's just gonna keep juking, just keep flipping, keep walking, and gets it in to take a 6-point lead here.
Thug It Out for the 2 there. He's really good about dancing around that backboard, distracting the defense, try to pull the goalie out to get a good shot off.
Nexus wants this in 2. This is going to be difficult. They have 1 minute. They need at least two 3-pointers. It's possible, but they got to be really fast and difficult. We'll see how that goes as Pavek has the possession right now. Gonna try to get the pass over, bounces off some geometry. Hate the geometry always. Blaze Much gets that pass over to Jolo. Got a clear pass. Maybe tries to go for the half court one more time. Again, trying to move fast and quick. Doesn't quite happen. Retro still has that. Gets that bounce back, but the pressure coming in. Still holding on to it. Has the floor jukes. Pass up over to Jolo. Jolo tries to pass that back. Casey has that. Moving back. They have 38 seconds. Blaze Much moving into the bubble. Crossover to Retro. Beautiful passes, but that bounce, not so much. That is unfortunate off the ding ring. Retro still has that possession, though. Doing a very good job at staying in their bubble. And I think that's off the head of Pink Can or Pavek there. That's 2 points in for Nexus, but I do believe we are at mathematical time, my friends.
Yes. There is 0% chance of them coming back, so it looks like we're going to get another round 3 for y'all here today.
I cannot complain about that at all. I love long games. I love having a 3rd round. I mean, y'all agree with me. Nothing's better than a 3-round game, no matter how it's going. I mean,
Yep.
can't complain, especially when you get an extra round of action for everybody to watch here. But yeah, it's been strange watching this game, especially compared to how last game was. Just a lot of mistakes here on both teams' ends. Just got to clean it up, and it's really going to come down to who can execute better here in this final round. That's my little gist on it, at least. You got any stats for us, Izzy?
Yes, I do. So we're gonna go over the possession time here. It is really, really, really even. 528 on the Nexus side and 551 on the Conch Goblin side. So they're pretty even on their possession times. Keeping disc for a decent amount of time, not a lot. And then there's 17 shots taken on both sides. So if Nexus would have hit most of their shots there, it would have been a really, really good close game. But they happen to miss a couple shots there. Now, Nexus has way more assists than her, 5 to 7. They're passing the disc a lot more to get those shots off for the points. But it happened to not turn out really good. Saves, Nexus takes saves by a big margin. 5 to 2 here. And I'm going to shut up because we're about to start.
No,
Yes,
you are all good. We appreciate you for the stats.
Thank you. But we are going to get a neutral joust here for round 3. Who's going to take it away? As a little bit of a weird headbutt there from Nexus here to start out this round. It will be Casey with this. Casey looking for the shot, and what a way to silence the crowd after last round by starting out with a 3.
Woo, that was a good shot, son. Oh my gosh. Bang.
Can't say it better than that, frankly. What a way to start the round. Love that. I'll just say I love that. Yeah, the only comment I was gonna add in between rounds was I do think Conch Goblin's defense fell through a bit on the last round. There was like a full minute where they were trying to get clears and Nexus kept it inside their side. But that doesn't matter, right, if their offense pulls through right now, because that is 2 points coming in from Conch Goblins. They had someone in goal, but not quite saved.
Evoke to come back with an answered shot to cut it to a 1-point lead here. Looking good for a good round 3!
Can't be more excited than that. But anyways, it will be plays much here with disc for oh crap, I forgot Nexus. He'll pass it off to Retro though. Retro gonna pass this one cross all the way over to KC. He's gonna start to walk it in, but not really the best thing to go for a 3 whenever you're a little far out like that, especially with the defender in goal. But Blaze Much able to pick this one up. Tries to throw it off to Casey. Will bounce down to floor into the hands of Jolo. Jolo gonna pass to Blaze Much. Blaze Much with the cut to KC, and KC for 2.
Can't get much better than this. Oh my gosh, this is a fever dream. Woo!
I love those passes from Nexus. That was very good. Very good cross in like that triangle pattern around the bubble. That's how you do it. That's how you get them points. They up 3 points right now after that initial 3 and that another 2 right there. Gonna get the reset attempt over to Fearless. It was kind of a blind reset, so I think it bounced off the geometry a little bit. But Fearless holding on to that. They have the time. They have the pressure. Gonna draw out Retro from the Jolo Retro stack. Gonna get the clear way into the Nexus zone. It's gonna bounce around, but the stack from Nexus is on top of that. Blaze Much with that. Gonna get the pass over to Jolo. Jolo holding on to that, sending it over to, intercepted, excuse me, by its Fearless. Does not matter though, as it ends up in Retro's hands again. Again, just kind of scrumming for the disc here. Everyone just kind of going for it. We'll see who gets to it. Pavek gets that. No, they don't. They get stunned out, actually. Blaze Much gets the disc. Blaze Much, again, looking behind them, trying to find the reset. They find Jolo there. Just one pressure from Pavek. Gets it right back to Blaze Much. Nexus playing their passes smart here. They're definitely looking to spread out and slow things down a bit. And then look to see where they can go. Trying to get the quick jump on its Fearless, but they are ready for the snap and save. Sends it straight into the Nexus zone. Thug it out, trying to go for the open one. Blaze Much trying to reach for the save, but it does not matter. That is 3 points up for Conch Goblins, tying it back up.
That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be an offensive possession here, tied 5-5 here with Nexus at the offensive possession here. But here's what I like. I'm gonna give props to Blaze Much for this. Whenever you're watching him, you're looking at his head. His head moves so much, but unfortunate grab there. But back to what I was saying, Blaze Much just being able to seeing him looking around for his players. He's already that's something I want to like point out because that's important and should be like noticed by everybody, even on the other team. But that'll be a 3 there from Pavik. But looking and observing your surroundings is super important whenever you are looking for a pass rather than just going for a clear. But yeah, that's my little gist on that. Sorry for my little spiel.
Absolutely. I will compliment him as well, but I'm not going to compliment him too much because I'll sound biased because I used to be on a team with him. But no, that is very important. That's why I wanted to point out that reset, because as you were saying, those resets are really important. I saw him looking behind him actively for the reset, and he found it. But hello, open 3 for the half court from Jolo. The stacks are not on it from Conch Goblins.
Where'd that come
Tying
from?
it back up again. I'm not quite sure.
Dude, do we have Stephen Curry in the lobby or something? What is happening?
Yep, we're tied yet
Jeez.
again. Oh my gosh, it's good back and forth here as we are actually we're just getting to that halfway mark here on round 3. It'll be Fearless with Disc. Gonna pass it over to Thug It Out. And Thug It Out with Disc now on wall, looking for a pass maybe here. Gets approached by that stack, just able to avoid it before getting it down to Pink Can. I feel like with the defensive strategy here for Nexus, they need to change it up a little bit. Having that 2-2 strategy with the way that the that Conch Goblins is playing a reserve 2-2 is not like the best move right now. With Thug It Out with the steal, Thug It Out looking for the shot, not quite gonna hit it, but will pick it up again. Gonna do a little spin move. It's gonna bounce off the ring, unfortunately, into the hands of Pavik. Pavik gonna drop, gets stunned out, and picked up by Blaze Much. But I think they should switch up to a more aggressive 1-2-1 style, where they have that one extra player hang off of the side of that front stack and launch themselves directly at the QB, because the QB is mostly holding for a long time currently for Conch Goblins, and it would just be better to take a more aggressive approach here on defensive joust for Nexus. But it'll be Blaze Much with Disc looking for a cross pass, clean little cross pass actually, very clean cross pass over to Jolo. Jolo to KC. KC reset back to Blaze Much. Blaze Much working towards Bubble. Pass to Jolo, and what a cut, and that's a 2 to take the lead, 10-8.
That was
Double
nasty
defense.
there from Nexus there. This is a very, very good round 3. This is better than last game, in my opinion. Just saying.
It's amazing. It is peak. Their bubble defense is no match for the stellar passes really coming in from Nexus, I must say. They are definitely getting a better control on that. And so are Conch Goblins, I think. But sometimes those geometries just really are not their friend. But it doesn't matter right now. Jolo has that, but gets stunned out. Blaze Much getting that once again. Trying to fall back as they know Pavek is on them. Backs out and gets a pass over to Jolo. Hitting the brakes. Pavek almost has a chance to intercept that, but it ends up in the hands of Blaze Much. Blaze Much backing themselves into a corner. Jukes below Pavek. Pavek, that pump fake, gonna try to get the pass. Doesn't quite happen. In the hands of Blaze Much once again. Just throws it into the bubble. Casey ends up with it. They leave the goal. Does not quite happen though. That was like a 0 angle. But Retro gets it from the behind shot. 2 points up for Nexus. Now 4 points deficit. 3 minutes to go.
That's a really good pickup by Retro there to save it and make it a... Don't know how many points lead. My math's bad.
Yep. So yeah, it's a 4-point lead, but yeah, just the effectiveness here in that offense, especially once they start getting bubble from Nexus, it's just been amazing here. I don't think they've scored a single time soloing. It's always been cut passes. It looks like it's kind of going to get cleared in the bubble here. Blaze Much going to pick this one up. Blaze Much going to throw it towards right tunnel, but it's going to bounce off Root, unfortunately. Pavik able to pick this one up past to Pink Can. Pink Can with an open goal with a stunned out goalie gets the 2 to bring it back to a 1-score game.
Good just move it there by Conch Goblins. Love to see it in these lower games. If you get good passes off, you have a really, really high chance of getting the lead and coming back from a down.
Yeah, maybe the name of the game at this point is really just speed and aggression, I think, because I think that's when Conch Goblins are especially getting their points here, is just Nexus doesn't have time to recoup their defenses. They sneak in, slam a 2 in from behind or something, but Conch Goblins may have a chance to do that again as they move in here. Don't really have stacks together though, but Nexus does. They do eventually get in, Thug It Out, moving close, but that's a stun out KC with that possession. It's going to bounce around, ends up in the Conch Goblin zone. Let's see who gets their stacks together first. It is going to be a race, but Conch Goblins is on that first, coming in from that right side for you there. Gonna bounce around. Retro ends up with that, tries to get the pass over to KC, it looks like. Does not quite bounce where they want it to, though. Fearless ends up getting that. Just goes kind of for the blind clear into the Nexus zone. Stacks are going to come in for that once again. It's going to be Fearless who ends up getting that. Gets the pass over to Pavek, who cuts it over to Thug It Out. Maybe almost had a chance there, but that stun is going to stop that from happening. It's going to go loose. Still in the Nexus zone here. Thug It Out regains possession, though, as they try to get it. Now, from a bit further of a distance, maybe has a chance to get a bit of a bigger picture here. Moves it over to Fearless. Fearless now moving in. Tries to get around it. Cut over to Thug It Out. Almost, but just barely bouncing out of the goal there. It's still going to end up in the goal now. 45 seconds, we are tied.
That was a self-goal there by KC. Unfortunate.
And like that, we are tied 12-12 with 30 seconds left. Either team can take this away right now and score, or we might get an overtime. We will see. It'll be Blazemuch with this now on Bowtie, trying to pull that super aggressive front stack there. Will be able to do so. Passes to Retro. That stack does fall apart, unfortunately, as Retro is able to start walking this one up. Trying to get into those last few seconds, trying to get last shot out maybe. KC with this, going to throw it kind of into Bubble. Going to bounce a little odd there, but able to get picked up by Thug It Out, who tries to clear, bounces off pack of the double diamond, picked up by Blazemuch. Blazemuch and Jolo. Oh my gosh, we are going to overtime.
Oh,
just
close.
That was like a millisecond. That was almost game, but we are going to get overtime here. This is... Okay, I got to stand up for a moment. They're taking a timeout. We need a second. We all need a second. Even they need a second. Let's just take a moment. Let's recollect our thoughts here. What just happened? We almost had a game-ending score here from Nexus, but just missing it by literally milliseconds. That's... Oh my gosh. I mean, how am I supposed to react to this? What? How? How are y'all taking this news?
I don't know. Yeah, this is...
I don't either.
What a game. Yeah, I said what a game. We're not done yet. We have 2 minutes. Yeah, we're taking the timeout here. They have it. They got to use it. I think they're just like, hey, we got to recoup that, and they are taking the unpause there. That pause, to be clear, yeah, actually you can see on the stream there, it was from Conch Goblins, as they are also unpausing here. So we're gonna go back in not too shortly here. I believe we have 9 seconds after that clock ticks down, but yeah, we're going into overtime. This has been a really close... I was gonna say earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and cast my caster's curse, but it doesn't matter at this point. This has been a really close round, like way closer than all the other ones, and they're gonna go for it. Almost in. Conch Goblins almost ending the game, but it's off the ding ring. Nexus needs to bring their bubble defense back together, but it doesn't matter if they get the clear out maybe, and they have those stacks on. Conch Goblins, are they going to get their stacks back in time to stop this from happening? It's almost in, but they don't get the disc. Oh, you know the panic is setting in. Jolo moving in. It's just them and Pink Can. Jolo in for the 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the game in favor of Nexus.
Nexus with a great play at the end there to put it down. Wow.
Yeah. What a game. What a game. I need a moment. Let's take a moment and just like observe what we just saw, okay? Let's take a moment, because what a game. Good game on both ends here. I believe that is the final game for the season for both of the teams here. Congratulations to Nexus for walking away with the win here, and Conch Goblins for showing up, putting out the resilience, and just coming in and playing the game. Thank you to both teams for giving us I can't use any other words, one hell of a game for us tonight here on Channel 1. But we have another game coming up here in about 20 minutes, I believe. Yeah,
Correct.
One more game tonight coming up here in 20 minutes. We have the Omens versus the Doki Doki Literature Club Catboys. So stay tuned for that one. That's a silly little name. But I'm very happy to have a full casters booth here. Thank you, H Penny.
Always happy to be here.
Thank you, Izzy, for coming by as well.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And thank you, Trot, as always, for being the cam guy. But anyways, that will be it for this game. We thank you all for coming by, and we'll see you shortly for one final game.